name is Rosemary Campbell and I'm from Pine Bluff High School. Today I have a prototype that I built called a hydroelectric generator. As you can see, the water drains from the top bucket down the hose and into the hydroelectric generator. It hits the impeller at a 45-degree angle, spinning the shaft in the armature, which then creates a voltage which can be read on our meter. I learned of this project when I discovered my great-grandfather's grist mill, where he built his own armature and shaft to generate his own electricity.
Hello, my name is Amaya Pennington and I go to Little Rock Central High School. My project is do cheerleaders make the crowd loud? And the purpose of this experiment is to determine if cheerleaders play a big part in football games. I went to 2 central football games and I recorded when the cheerleaders weren't and were cheering. And as you can see, it was higher when the cheerleaders were cheering, specifically when I do one cheer. I recorded it using decibel meters, and it was always about 5 to 10 decibel meters louder when the cheerleaders were cheering. In conclusion, my hypothesis was a reject to fail, and cheerleaders actually do play a big part in football games. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Marla Smith. I'm a 7th grade student at Dunbar Magnet Middle School, GT International Studies. My project is decaffeinated versus caffeinated, and basically what my project is seeing how does caffeinated Coke or decaffeinated Coke affect the human heart rate, or does it affect the human heart rate at all? My hypothesis was that the caffeinated Coke would affect the human heart rate more than the decaf because it has more caffeine in it and more sugar. And most of the people that I did use for my project, they consume a lot of caffeine on a daily basis. Only one out of the 4 consumed about one caffeinated beverage about a week or so, if that much. So at the end, I was right about my hypothesis because most of the people, they were affected, and only test or 2 stay at the same heart rate because of the not drinking caffeinated beverages on a daily basis. Thank you.
My name is Jasmine Preston, and I'm from Watson Chapel Junior High, and my project is Got Teeth, and my hypothesis is that the Pepsi Cola is worse for your teeth because it wears off more enamel than orange juice and vinegar. But I was wrong because vinegar wears off the most. It tore off all the enamel, as you can see on all 4 of my trials all together. And what I learned about it was that you shouldn't drink all the vinegar. You shouldn't eat things that have vinegar all the time. You should not. You should just worry about water. And I was wrong about my hypothesis because vinegar was the most. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ariel Shelby, and I'm from Watson Chapel Junior High School. My project was about how long would it take the average person to remember. My hypothesis is that it would take 5 minutes to memorize the passage. What I've learned from this experiment is that the brain can only hold 7 digits of information at one time. So to memorize a passage, it would take the average person, it would take the average person 3.5 minutes to memorize the whole passage. I've learned from this that the reason why a lot of people study very hard on their tests but still fail is because they are not studying properly and memorizing the right amount of information. Thank you very much.
My name is Hannah Miller, and the name of my project is Can You Hear Me? I'm from Ridgeway Christian School in Pine Bluff, and my project is all about hearing loss and the trends that it shows over generations. The trend that has been coming up lately in science is that over different generations, hearing loss is shown earlier and more prominent in almost all the people in that generation. So I tested a group of teens to see if they showed any signs of hearing loss, and the vast majority of them, then 29 out of 146, I believe, showed signs of hearing, or did not show. Everybody else did, and it's pretty interesting. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Reese Forrest from Forest Heights STEM Academy. My project was called Gamers Got Game, and I was testing whether people who play more video games have a faster reaction time than people who play less video games. My hypothesis was that people who played more video games would have better reflexes because video games sharpen one's reactions. My conclusion, however, to the project was that they did not. I have a graph right here, and this straight line shows that there was no positive correlation between the amount of video games played and their reflexes. The way I tested this was I took a ruler and I held it at their fingers, had them hold their fingers apart about an inch, and then I dropped the ruler when they had put their fingers under it. And I didn't tell them when I was going to drop it so I could see how fast they were reacting, but just from sight. And while some people who played more video games had really fast reaction times, there were a couple of people who made the conclusion that video games did not sharpen reaction times because they played a large amount of video games but did not have a fast reflex. Thank you for watching me.
My name is Jason Henry, and I'm a 7th grader from Dunbar Magnet Middle School. This is my project. It's called Sound Wars, and I measured six different rock and roll songs and measured their decibel level to see if 6 songs from the same genre would have the same dB level. And so my hypothesis was they wouldn't have a similar dB level, and that the ZZ Top song would have a higher decibel level, because I've heard these songs at least once, and that one seems to be the loudest. And so my hypothesis was incorrect though, because the Wild Feathers Backwoods Company ended up having the highest dB at 90, and so what I did was I uploaded the songs on iTunes, and I plugged in the dB check, which is what I used to measure the dB, and then I listened to each song, and then it averaged it up for me, and so I learned that even though a song sounds louder, it's just a matter of opinion, and loudness and intensity are 2 different things. So thank you and goodbye.
Hello, my name is Leslie Cruz, and I come from Midville Magnet Middle School, and my project's name is Are You Afraid Now? This is mainly about testing the mental ability of a human and how it works and how it matures during your age. And as you can see here, I use many people, 10 people of each age, children from 1 to 12 years old, teens from 13 to 19 years old, and adults 13 and over. Well, I used many questions. I asked what were their fears, have they matured their fears, has their fear decreased, increased, or stayed the same. My hypothesis says I predict that fears do not change over time because it does not depend on the person, but it depends on how your mental ability works and how it matures. I believe people will have the same or similar fears after adolescence as they did when they were young. And my hypothesis stated wrong. Actually, most people change their fears, but as they grow, new fears come. And well, I guess it was really not that simple as it seems, because I had to take some time to go interview people. And yeah, thank you.
Hello, my name is Evan Buckner, and I go to Pine Bluff High School, and I'm in the 10th grade, and I was doing my science fair project this year on soybeans, and the name of my project is Fighting Pythium in Soybeans. I have a hard time trying to say that A word there, but anyway, my project was on 2 different strains of soybean seeds known as Hutchinson and HBK 5521. And I was seeing which strain is more effective in fighting Pythium, which is a soil-borne and fungal-like pathogen which affects not only soybeans but also corn, rice, and cotton seeds. And each seed strain was pre-treated with metalaxyl, which is a chemical compound used to fight against this pathogen. And at first I said that the seed strain known as Hutchinson would be effective, but then it turned out that the HBK 5521 had a 10% higher seed yield of non-infected plants. Thank you.
I'm Kelley Watson. I'm from Stuttgart High School, and my project is named Shooting Up Your Vitals. My hypothesis was, if you play a violent video game, then your blood pressure will increase and your heart rate will also. I found out in this project that 75% of my people's heart rates went up along with the pressure, and from my data, I had one person that's heart rate went down and back up, but I found out they had a heart condition, so it was a different result for them. But in all in all, everybody's heart rates went up, and it was a great project for me to do. Thank you.
My name is Reese Brown, and I'm from Ridgeway Christian School, and my project is May the Force Be With You. I was testing a maglev, trying to see how many penny rolls it could hold, and my hypothesis was I thought it would hold 3 penny rolls. My hypothesis was wrong, and it could hold over 10 penny rolls. I was very surprised because these magnets are not the highest levels of repulsion. The magnets will repel from the train and the track both, and it allows it to levitate. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Trey Lee, and I'm from Dunbar Magnet Middle School. My project is called Eggshell Arch Strength. My hypothesis was that if I use 3 halves of an eggshell at once to see the strength as one set, then one set should be able to hold about 9 pounds. I was close to my hypothesis because the average was 8.08 pounds. That's what the eggs held. I was actually kind of surprised to see how much they held. I kind of thought they would break sooner than at around 7 pounds each. And so, thank you very much.
I'm Harley Hine from Stuttgart High School, and my project is which ocean produces the deadliest hurricanes. My hypothesis was if I research hurricanes in different oceans, then I can draw conclusions as to which ocean forms the deadliest hurricanes. I was right about this, but there was not one ocean that produced a deadliest hurricane. They all produced deadliest hurricanes during the time of the year. So, I have a data chart over there's about 6 or 7 hurricanes in each ocean, and it's comparing and contrasting each one. And I figured out that each hurricane is not deadliest in each ocean. It's by time of the year. So that's my project.
Hello, my name is Xavier Stewart, and I go to Jack Roby Junior High School. And today I'm at the science fair. My project name is a Diet Coke Mentos Geyser. My hypothesis at first was that when I put the Mentos inside the geyser, that the geyser was gonna bubble and erupt. But unfortunately, I was incorrect. It did bubble, but I used two types of Cokes. I used a regular Coke and a Diet Coke. And the regular Coke, it didn't have that certain carbohydrate that a Diet Coke does to the point where it makes it explode. With a regular Coke, it leaked out like a volcano eruption with the lava that comes out from the side. But with the Diet Coke, it erupted so fast, it shot into the sky because the pressure that was inside of the geyser, it built up and it shot from the inside. But my hypothesis, yes, I was proven wrong, and I'm having a great day here at the science fair. Thank you very much.
My name is Whitney Toll. I'm from Stuttgart High School. I did my project on if impurities can make water conductive or not, and my hypothesis was correct. The impurities did create a successful path for the electrons to flow in the water. And I had my grandfather help me. He's a master electrician, and this wouldn't be recommended to do by yourself. Thank you very much.
My name's Ryan Shaw. I go to Ridgeway Christian High School. I did my project on building a solar oven. I tried to find out if my solar oven can cook an egg. I used one box, some duct tape, a box cutter, some aluminum foil, a mirror, and a mirror. So I decided to cut all the flaps except the back, and cut an opening for the box. Once I finished doing all that, I decided to place an indented cup for when I crack my egg. And then I used my duct tape to tape my mirror. And once I got everything all taped up, I decided to look for a place in my house to. I find a place in my house that's perfect angle of the sun, and I let it cook for 5 hours. I was expecting it to go all the way straight to 100%, which is well done, but unfortunately it only got to 30%, which is heating up. Unfortunately, my hypothesis was incorrect. I couldn't use my solar oven to cook my egg. It was only good for heating up food. But it was because I tried it in winter. It wasn't a good time for it that season. But maybe I'll try it out in the summertime. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alexis Larkins, and my project is bigger small pieces which react faster, and I'm from Watson Chapel Junior High. My hypothesis was if the piece size gets smaller, will it dissolve faster? And my hypothesis was correct because powder took the least time to dissolve. And so I learned from this project that surface area really does have a big impact on how things will dissolve faster or how fast things will break down. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Serena Conte. I go to Pine Bluff High School. My project has modern technology advanced the fire services, and what I learned that most technology has not been productive and not been enforced, where it could save more property loss and more deaths from having for as your smoke detectors I have for the hearing impaired. And then you have your water sprinklers for residential homes or just regular buildings. So basically, this is what I learned about my project. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Bolton, and I'm from Ridgeway Christian School, and this is my project. Does it affect the pop? I tested a certain type of popcorn to see if the time and amount of wattage of your microwave affected how much was popped. My hypothesis was that it would affect, and I was proven correct that it does affect the popcorn depending on your wattage and how long you pop it. I was surprised by how the different popcorns range. Some were burnt, some were good, even at the same time, and just a little bit of difference in the wattage. So that was a big surprise. And we did 10 different microwaves. We tried to do different wattages, but we had 2 that happened to be the same. But besides that, that's one of the tiny problems we had, and that's about it, and if future ideas wise, you can test this with different appliances and different foods that are supposed to be cooked in a microwave or that you need to keep in the oven or something like that. You can use this project and this format to test that. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Joy Bird and I'm from Ridgeway Christian High School. I'm here to talk to you today about how you can measure cosmic rays with home appliances. The name of my project is the speed of light. My project, I determined that you can use eggs in a microwave and try to get close to the speed of light. What I discovered that you cannot get close enough to determine the speed of light, but you get a glimpse. So in my studies, I found out that egg 1, 2, and 3 were close enough to where the speed of light was not even half of the equation. Hope you enjoyed this, and thank you.
Hi, my name is Amber Artis. I'm from Little Rock Central High School, and my project was on the Voltaic pile, which is basically I took pennies, nickels, and small squares of paper towels and soaked them in salt vinegar, and then I just stacked them on top of each other and took a multimeter, and it basically created a battery. And my hypothesis was that the more pennies and nickels that you add, the more voltage that you'll get. But once I got to 6 pennies, 6 nickels, and 6 paper towels, the voltage just dropped dramatically from 40.2 multivolts to 25.8 multivolts. And so my hypothesis was rejected. Thank you.
My name is Jasper Potts and I go to Dunbar Middle School. My project is called Do You See What I See? And I tested what effect demographics have on the way that they see optical illusions. These are the illusions that I used, and my hypothesis was that people that will see the illusions the fastest and the most will be younger people, and I thought that that women would see the illusions more often than men would, but the men would make more guesses and the women would make less. And I said that I think that older people will see the illusions like after the younger people do, and they will take more time. And I said that it will probably take everyone that participates a few guesses to get all of the answers. And my hypothesis was partly correct, and it was incorrect that when I said that younger people would see more illusions, because the 2 youngest people that were both 11 years old, they got the second and third least illusions correct, and the women got 3, 4, and 1 illusions consecutively, age youngest to oldest, and then the men got 2, 5, and 4 consecutively by age illusions, and in total the men got 3 more illusions than the women. And the oldest person that was in the experiment, who was 89 years old, gave up on all of the illusions except one, which she got correct, which was illusion D. Thank you.
My name is Kaylin Gibson and I'm from Jack Roby Junior High School. The name of my project is Battery Life. My hypothesis is I predict the more expensive batteries will last longer than the inexpensive batteries. And so when you go to the store, you think buying the expensive batteries will last a longer time. But in this predicament is false. From my experience with the flashlights, the Duracell batteries lasted 15 hours, which were almost the expensive ones. The Energizer battery lasted for 22 hours and 20 minutes, which is the expensive, as you can see. And the heavy-duty batteries lasted almost 46 hours, 17 minutes, which were the inexpensive. From my results, my hypothesis was incorrect. The heavy-duty batteries lasted longer than the Energizer batteries. And what I learned from this experiment is that you can't judge the inexpensive batteries because they're off-brand or costless. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Liz Lawrence, and I am with Ridgeway Christian School, and I'm blaming it on the rock. My project is actually a 4-year continuation, as you will see. about seismic activity, earthquakes. I have learned that there is different variations of causes of earthquakes. There is an influx from fracking with earthquakes in the areas where they frack for natural gas. And then I decided that I would study the rock forms. What's the rock made of, where they're drilling, and everything. So I did that this year, and I determined that my hypothesis was wrong, but there is an increase in certain areas of different types of rocks. And as you'll see, this has been a long, strenuous project.
Hello, my name is Ricardo Gomez. I go to Dunbar Magnet Middle School, and my project's name is Which One Is It? I am trying to test which boat keel would best help a boat not rock back and forth. My hypothesis would be the fin and boat keel, because of the fact that its shape allows water distribution to flow quickly. At the end, my hypothesis was right, and everything resulted good. Thank you.
I'm Allison Carpenter, and I'm from Ridgeway Christian School, and I am in the 10th grade, and my project is testing vitamin D in plants. So my hypothesis was that doing various variations of vitamin D concentration would make the plants grow the fastest. So how I tested that was I took 30 plants, and 10 of the plants were radish plants, 10 of the plants were chili plants, and 10 of the plants were green plants. And then starting from the back, I tested it with different 0.0 millimeters of vitamin D. So with the one with the 0.9, my hypothesis was that it grew the fastest. And thank you.
Hi, my name is JC Cheshire from Ridgeway Christian High School, and I did my project on the speed of hydrolysis. And my hypothesis was that the distilled water would go the quickest, but I wound up to be wrong. It was the salt water, which I found out later it was because salt's a conductor, and that helps speed up the process. And it was I ran it 4 times. And the salt water wound up being just a little over 5 hours on average, and the others were well over 6 and 7 hours. And it was very interesting for me because I thought because of the distilled water, since it was purified, it would go quicker, but I learned something new, so thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Ward. I go to Ridgeway Christian School. I'm in the 9th grade, and the title of my project is Bubbles of Sugar. My hypothesis, as you can see here, is that I think that polysaccharides will ferment by yeast as efficiently as disaccharides. I ended up concluding that my hypothesis was wrong. Polysaccharides do not ferment by yeast as efficiently as disaccharides. And I think that this will help people with preserving foods and help them eat better. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Havana Santis, and I have done Shelling It Out. I'm in 7th grade, and I go to Ridgeway Christian School. I fed baby turtles different foods, and I weighed them and observed them to see if they would grow or if their attitude would change or to see if they would sunbathe the most. My results were actually inconclusive because the weights fluctuated, and what I really needed was I needed about a year to see if the proteins and the nutritional values of the diets. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tiana Smith. I go to J. Fair High School, and my project is named Earbugs. My project is about songs that get stuck in your head, and you want to try to figure out why certain songs get stuck in your head and how long they get stuck in your head. My 3 songs were Alicia Keys, the McDonald's theme song, and Good Girl by Carrie Underwood. And I used 15 participants, and my results were that they remembered the Alicia Keys song more because it relates to people's personal issues, and yeah, that's my series. Thank you.
My name is Camiria Clark, and my project is on the effects of antioxidants in beverages in the presence of superoxide free radical. My hypothesis was the more superoxide free radical that is produced, the higher the absorbance and slope. If I change the concentration, then the absorbance and slope will decrease. I predict that the EGCG will have the highest antioxidant activity. I learned that antioxidants are very important for your body. Thank you very much.
Well, hi, my name's Olivia Beasley, and I'm a member from Dunbar Magnet Middle School. In this project, I call it You Get It, you plant it and you watch it. In this project, I've seen some things, and like I've been doing this since I was in like 4th grade. I've seen the different things in the plant's growth. So this time I made it even bigger with 9 plants, but in 3 different areas. Here we have sunlight, lamplight, and no light. And there will be the garlic, the green beans, and the collard greens. In result, it was weird that I seen that most of the things grew in no light. How was that? I wonder. But after doing background research, I seen that garlic and other things can grow without the light and in cold weather. So I thought that was probably why it grew. Also, my hypothesis was I thought the garlic would grow more in sunlight, but as you see, my conclusion was that I was wrong. And then my question was, does changing the area and light where your plant is have an effect on its growth? So, the purpose of me doing this is to see which plant is different and which one can grow in different places, which meaning that after doing that, I seen that the garlic grew more and the collard greens. Thank you.
My name is Jackson Turner. I come from Dunbar Magnet Middle School, and my project is the capacitor to receive. Basically, all I did was build a radio set, and I tested capacitors to find out which one could get the best radio frequency or radio stations received. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.
Hello, my name is Christian Hopkins, and I come from Watson Chapel from the junior high district, and my project is amped up fruits and liquids. And basically, I wanted to test to see if there was current in fruits and certain liquids, like Coca-Cola, salt water, and tap water. So I got me some wire and a nail, and I connected it to my voltmeter to test the current. And I found out that they all have some sort of current, even tap water, because the metal is inside it. So I found that pretty interesting. And even Coca-Cola has amps in it, because of the acidity in it, so do the fruits. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jordan O'Gwen, and I'm from Pine Bluff High School. My project is the moon and human behavior. My hypothesis was that human behavior is affected by the lunar cycle. My conclusion was that it didn't prove my hypothesis, but I learned that maybe I need to reconstruct my survey and recollect my data and see if that makes a difference.
Well, I'm Alejandro Johnson, and this is...
Hello, I am Tanisha Smith.
Our project, we are from J. Fair High School, and our project is Do Labels Matter? Our hypothesis was if we humans had similarities, we would be put into the same categories, and we are labeled. It doesn't mean that we aren't all human. Then I thought that what about generic versus name brand, let's say, because generic and name brand are they most likely taste the same, but they have different names. Because I tested like Dr. Pepper versus Dr. Thunder, it was basically easy. And what I found out was it really didn't matter because they both taste the same. No one could really tell, like Fiji water versus Great Value water, no one really could tell. So in our conclusion, we figured out that it didn't really matter. Labels didn't matter to the subject of the being.
Hey, my name is AJ Tate. I go to Ridgeway Christian High School. My name of my project is Motor Coaster. My hypothesis was to make a homemade motor to see if it can light up a LED light bulb, and my hypothesis was wrong. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taylor Johnson, and this is my partner,
Tyler Johnson.
And the name of our project is the Lego Mindstorm Revisited. We're from Jack Roby Junior High School, and the purpose of our project was to stop the digital divide of programming and robotics to kids that have it and kids that want to use it. And my partner and I just thought of it, and hopefully this will gain some some bragging rights in order to help kids that don't have it to use it and like it. And thank you once again. My name is Taylor Johnson, and this is my partner,
Tyler Johnson,
with UAPB.
Hello, my name is Davon Thomas.
And I'm Justin Thomason.
And this is the Cloud Chamber.
Good. Our purpose is to prove that particles from outer space called
mirrors actually exist.
Now, our hypothesis is tiny particles called cosmic rays or mirrors do exist in outer space.
And we use dry ice, which is really dangerous because it's frozen carbon dioxide.
And here it is. Now, this is something that's really dangerous, so we can't touch it with our hands. We have to touch it with this kind of glove. Now,
earlier we showed the judges. You put the flashlight on the cloud chamber, and it created rays, which you can't see in real life through outer space, because humans can't see it because we're too far away.
And it comes down fast and it goes through you. So we have to show you how this works. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shine the flashlight through the thing. Now this might work because we have no more alcohol. Let's see. Wait.
You see a mist forming.
Let me see. Put it to
the dry ice.
Since we can't turn off the lights, it won't work right now. So, our results. Go ahead.
The dry ice, it reacts to the metal and make a screeching sound.
Now, let me see. Pull it up. Okay. And watch what happens.
See the scissors.
Sizzling on the metal.
So thank you.
And our results are 3 minutes, no results. 6 minutes, small speckles begin to appear. 9 minutes, more speckles, and more speckles approaches the bottom. 12 minutes in, we begin to see the rays. 15 minutes in, the experiment is complete. We see full cosmic rays and speckles. Our conclusion is, to conclude, turns out that particles in outer space do exist. Our experiment was an success to infinity and beyond. Thank you. My name is Davon Thomas.
Once again, Justin Thomason.
Signing off.
Hello, my name is Maya Reed.
And I'm Micaiah Goodlow, and we're from Jack Ruby Junior High School.
And the title of our project is Wishy Washy World of Worlds. Now, the reason we came up with our title, Wishy Washy World of Worlds, is mostly because, well, I tried to come up with a catchy alliteration, and our alliteration begins with W's. Wishy Washy World of Worlds, and kind of like a tongue twister. And because I was watching SpongeBob, and yeah, I was watching SpongeBob.
The reason we came up with this project, I was sitting at home having dinner, and I was drinking some grape juice, and it spilled on my white top, and I wanted to know which detergent would clean it the best. So we got some white cloths, and we poured grape juice on it, and we used Tide, Arm & Hammer, and Gain to see which one would remove the stains the best.
Our hypothesis was that Gain would remove the grape juice stains off the cotton cloths the best. Because me and Micaiah Goodlow, we both use Gain at home, and let me tell you, it's a washing miracle that we use it. But it really gets the stains off, but we've never really noticed Gain or Tide or Arm & Hammer. We really never noticed that, those things.
All right, well, our materials were, we used 6 white cloths, 1/4 cup of Tide, 1/4 cup of Arm & Hammer, and 1/4 cup of Gain. And we also used 6 tablespoons of grape juice, and we would just pour them on the cloth. And our abstract of this experiment was to compare the effectiveness of each detergent.
In conclusion, Tide removed the grape juice stains the best. Our hypothesis was incorrect because we thought Gain would remove them best. But Tide showed more effectiveness than Gain and Arm & Hammer combined. It showed way more effectiveness. And this should be like a wise choice for others. If you're trying to remove grape juice stains off of cotton cloths, then I would recommend that you use Tide because it showed more effectiveness than Gain and Arm & Hammer.